Hello, everyone. This is my intuitive energy channel. Hope you are all well. So, what I want to look at with this is the up and coming coronation. Okay, the King and Queen's coronation. So, first of all, I want to look at King Charles and the energies around King Charles at this particular time. What is he feeling? What is he thinking? And I use intuitive energies and I use my cards as a tool. Okay. So, first energies that I'm pulling in here is that feeling very apprehensive. He's very frightened in case that he's not accepted. Very anxious in a way. There's anxiety around and insecurity that he's not going to be accepted as a king, to the king to be the king of England by the public. Um, and what I'm also getting here is Meghan and Harry are not helping either in terms of this reputation. They're kind of rubbing it in a little bit that he's not all that he kind of says he is behind the scenes. So what I want to look at here is energies using my tools, energies around King Charles here, and my uh, this is a an intuitive energy channel, and I look at different subjects. Okay, so let's have a look here. King Charles. Do we call him King Charles yet, or do we actually call him Prince Charles until until the coronation? So let's have a look. What energies am I getting here? Energies around King Charles. Let's call him King Charles. Okay. Energies around King Charles. Energies around King Charles. Let's pull out some cards here. He feels pretty defeated, actually, um, with this card. And I also get also previous kings from many moons ago: Henry VIII, William the First, William the Conqueror, um, and Edward the Seventh. They all felt this way when they were about to become kings. So this card here is the Five of Swords in reverse. Five of Swords in reverse is feeling despair. Um, he feels quite defeated. And I feel that he would like a reconciliation to take this feeling away that he feels quite defeated. And let's just bury the hatchet so I can get along with this job. And so that's what I get with that card. So who is that? You put your comments in the comments section who he feels that he should make amends with, reconcile, bury the hatchet. Um, I also get lots of legal. He's very worried actually about this reputation that he's got here in terms of Princess Diana and what happened, how he treated Princess Diana, knocking her crown off so he can replace her with his lady. So he's actually worried that this is going to come up. He's worried that this Princess Diana thing is going to resurface, and he's scared about that day. He's worried in case something happens on that day. So I get here the King of Swords is his advisors, legal, protection officers, and all this kind of thing around him. Lots of protection officers. He feels very conscious about this. And again, facing this fear is the Moon card. This is like this. I feel this is about the way that he treated Princess Diana. He feels very bad about that. That Queen Camilla is going to sit next to him and be crowned queen here. The Moon card is he's very conscious of the hatred towards her in a way. But he's going to face this fear. This is my wife now. This is my lady. This is the person I want to be with. This is the person that I have married. So he's kind of facing this fear very, not very strong, I don't feel. I don't feel he's very strong about this. He seems to need a shoulder to lean on, which is his his advisors, so confidants and all this kind of thing. Very emotional journey. It's going to be very, very emotional for him. With the moon card, it's about intuitive energies, but it's also about what's hidden, mental health, feeling regret, feeling remorse of, do I deserve this? Am I going to be accepted as king? So all these things are spinning around his head. And it's like it's karma. It's like it's karma that he can't sleep at night. He feels very alone too. He feels very lonely. I feel alone in this. I feel like I am going to be crowned as king, and I feel all alone. There's no other kings around to advise me, and I feel so alone over this. It feels like it feels as if everybody knows his monster side. Everybody seems to know that the monster he's been, and he doesn't like that feeling that people know him inside out, know what's and all kind of thing. And his mistakes. Everybody has witnessed his mistakes. I feel this regret, this remorse too. So, like, is this his karma? Is this his karma for what he did here in the past, and that he does not want to pay for what he's done in the past? He just wants to be with his lady, be crowned as king and queen, and then move on. But he's very weak. He has a weakness of will here with the tower. Not the tower, sorry. The chariot in reverse. The chariot in reverse is very much a weakness of will. He can't help it. Couldn't help it. He couldn't resist Camilla, with her fur coat and no knickers. He couldn't resist her. So I get here a loss of control, his weakness of will. Is this how people are going to see him? That he's so weak. He's a weak kind of king. Am I going to be viewed as, yeah, because he is repressing the lady? It's like he's blaming Camilla, and he's saying, if it wasn't for you, I may have, you lured me into this, you seduced me into this. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have this horrible thing hanging over me, like a spoilt brat person blaming everybody else for their mistakes in life. So he is kind of projecting that too onto Camilla. And I get, yeah, the Seven of Wands is being very anxious about this. We are coming for you for what you did to Princess Diana, and we're coming for you. We're going to get you. And he's fearful of this. He's very fearful of this, and this is what keeps him awake at night. Is they're going to come, and they're going to come knocking at the door, and it's going to happen. I know this is going to happen. I just know this is going to happen. Um, this is causing the Eight of Wands, which is the Eight of Wands. Sorry, I didn't mean to black out that. The Eight of Wands is in infatuation with becoming king, but this infatuation died a long time ago of becoming king. I kind of gave up on this because I was waiting, king in waiting for so long. This doesn't feel like it's exciting anymore. There's jealousy too. People are jealous of him. There's lots of conflict and confusion and chaos around this. There's uncertainty here. Am I going to be a good king here? Wow, he is actually going through it. He's actually going through a lot of turmoil right now. The Lord in reverse, he doesn't feel like he's a king. I don't deserve this. He may even say, and I get a weakness with the Lord. He's not strong enough to take on this role. here. He knows that William would be a fantastic king, and William would actually, clean up the floor and make him look like an idiot if he became king. He knows that there is this kind of there's this competition between William and Charles too. What makes you think you would be a better king than me? And then we get the spoilt brat energy coming into this. What makes you feel just because you were born and and what makes it you feel that you could be a more modern king than me? And he's getting very combative in his old age. So, a little bit of a tyrant, a petty dictator. He's becoming a dictator, a tyrant, very judgmental of people. You're not going to treat me that way. You do not speak to me like this, kind of thing. That's very foolish of him to actually behave in this way. Very foolish for him to behave in this way. And he's sick and tired of this Meghan Markle. He's so tired of her. How do I stop her? Yet he's frightened and he's fearful of Meghan Markle. And I get her here because she's a go-getter. She really puts herself forward. I know what I'm doing. You do not know what you're doing, King Charles. You have no idea. You've made so many mistakes here in your past. The way that you allow your wife to say that Archie is, what skin color is he going to turn out to be? And he's fearful. He's fearful of failure. He's fearful of failure. He's fearful of his enemies. And one of his enemies he sees as Meghan Markle, as his enemy. He sees her as an enemy. And he sees we have Camilla, and there's this like arch rivalry between Camilla and between Meghan Markle. And he feels like, what's going to become of this arch rivalry here? I get he's very eluded by the love of his sons. Wow. He's very eluded by the love here, the ace of, and the love of his wife. And the love of anyone, the love of his sons, the love of his. I'm very eluded. I feel that you don't love me. I just feel that you don't love me, you don't support me. And I get there's a lot of radical change here. I'm not going to allow this. I'm not going to allow that. It doesn't surprise me if he doesn't skip over William to actually George here. He may be thinking of that because he feels that, and there's lots of anxiety here within the royal family because Charles is turning into an absolute tyrant, but he feels it's like power that's gone to his head and further, and he is becoming this tyrant of a king. And his whole family, the people around him, do not know what to say in front of him. Do not, frightened and treading on eggshells around him. The people around him are more worried about how do we deal with this new tyrant king who has these radical ideas that interrupts with politics and going around upsetting people because the why he's doing that is because he feels very insecure, and he doesn't feel that people are going to accept him because he's weak. He's a weak king. Okay, and you're not going to agree with that, I know, but this is the energies that I'm picking up here. I get there's a temporary reconciliation here. Which way do I go? Do I reconcile with my troublesome son Harry, or do I just go separately away from him? So he's like sitting on the fence here with that. So he's going to temporarily reconcile with him and then, temporarily sit here and say, yes, son, come to my, we need to look like it's all lovely and lovey-dovey and that we all love each other. But as soon as it's over, you can go. You can go back to your stupid life in Montecito and just get lost. So get here. The justice card, the justice card. This is the justice. You can come for very temporarily and you can then just go. And this is breaking people's heart. He's going around very much like Henry VIII in a way. He's thinking, going by history, Henry VIII went around breaking people's hearts, and that's what I'm doing. And I'm entitled to do so. I am the king. I'm entitled to do so. So I am just going to go around breaking people's hearts, you know. So this is what I'm picking up with Prince Charles and King Charles. What's causing this anxiety is making him into a tyrant. And it's his age too. He's like 70 plus, and he's lost his youth, and he's looking at his sons. Look, William's still got his youth. I'm 70 plus and I'm messing about trying to be king here. I'm going to leave it at that. And I'm going to look at Camilla next. Okay. Bye for now.